बोले श्री गणपति भगवान की जय। श्री जगदम्बिका माता की जय। नमः पार्वती पतये हर 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 महादेव। वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सर्वमंगलमांगल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यंबिके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते। चंद्रकलाधर सांब सदाशिव चंद्रकलाधर सांब सदाशिव चंद्रकलाधर सांब सदाशिव शंभो महादेवा शिव शंभो महादेवा। चंद्रकलाधर सांब सदाशिव चंद्रकलाधर सांब सदाशिव शंभो महादेवा शिव शंभो महादेवा शंभो महादेवा शिव शंभो महादेवा। शंभो महादेवा शंभो महादेवा शिव शंभो महादेवा शिव शंभो महादेवा। ओम नमः शिवाय शिवाय नमो ओम नमः शिवाय शिवाय नमो ओम नमः शिवाय शिवाय नमो ओम नमः शिवाय शिवाय नमो। शंभो महादेवा शिव शंभो महादेवा शंभो महादेवा शिव शंभो महादेवा। चंद्रकलाधर सांब सदाशिव चंद्रकलाधर सांब सदाशिव शंभो महादेवा शिव शंभो महादेवा शंभो महादेवा शिव शंभो महादेवा। चंद्रकलाधर सांब सदाशिव चंद्रकलाधर सांब सदाशिव शंभो महादेवा शिव शंभो महादेवा ओ शंभो महादेवा शिव शंभो महादेवा। शंभो महादेवा शंभो महादेवा शिव शंभो महादेव। ओम नमः शिवाय शिवाय नमो। 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 शंभो महादेव शिव शंभो महादेव। शंभो महादेव शिव शंभो महादेव। शिव शंभो महादेव शिव शंभो महादेव। शिव शंभो महादेव शिव शंभो महादेव। वंदे देवमुमापतिं सुरगुरुं वंदे जगत्कारणं। वंदे पन्नगभूषणं मृगधरं। वंदे पशूनां पतिं। वंदे सूर्यशशाङ्कवाहननयनं। वंदे मुकुन्दप्रियं। वंदे भक्तजनाश्रयं च वरदं। वंदे शिवं शंकरं। बोले शिव शंकर भगवान की जय। श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मन मुकुर सुधार। बरनो रघुवर बिमल जसु जो दायक फल चार। कि बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरो पवन कुमार। बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हारहु कलेश विकार। Together let's sing Hanumanji Chalisa, the oldest of all the Hindu songs, the one that really brings the bliss, the one that really brings comfort in our lives. Shri Hanumanji Maharaj Chalisa. कि जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर। जय कपीश तिन्हु लोक उजागर। राम दूत अतुलित बल धामा। अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी। कुमत निवार सुमति के संग। कंचन वरण विराज सुवेशा। कानन कुंडल कुंचित केशा। हाथ भद्र और ध्वजा विराजे। कान्हे मूंझ जनेऊ साजे। शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन। तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन। विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर। राम काज करिबे को आतुर। प्रभु चरित सुनिबे को रसिया। राम लखन सीता मन बसिया। सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखाव। विकट रूप धरि लंक जराव। भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारि। रामचंद्र के काज सवार। लाल सजीवन लखन जियाए। श्री रघुवीर हर्ष उर लाए। रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई। तुम मम प्रिया भरत संभाई। सहस बदन तुमरो यश गावे। अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे। सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीषा। नारद सारद सहित अहीशा। यम कुबेर दिगपाल चहाते। कवि गोविंद कहि सके कहते। तुम उपकार सुग्रीव ही कीन्हा। राम मिलाए राज्यबल लीन्हा। तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना। लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना। युग सहस्र योजन पर भानु। लीनो ताहि मधुर फल जानु। प्रभु मुद्रिका मिलि मुख माहि। जन दिनांगी गए अचरज नाहि। दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते। सुख मानो ग्रह तुम्हारे तेते। राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे। होत न क्या बिन पैसार। सब सुख लहै तुम्हारी शरणा। तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना। आपन तेज सम्हारो आपे। तीनों लोक हाथ ते कापे। भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे। महावीर जब नाम सुनावे। नासै रोग हरे सब पीरा। जपत निरंतर हनुमत बीरा। संकट से हनुमान छुड़ावे। मन सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा,
तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा।
और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे,
तासु अमित जीवन फल पावे।
चारों युग परताप तुम्हारा,
हे बल सिद्धि जगत जियारा।
साधु संत के तुम रखवारे,
असुर निकंदन राम दुआरे।
अष्ट सिद्धि नवनिधि के दाता,
असबर दीन जानकी माता।
राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा,
सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा।
तुम्हारे भजन राम को भावे,
जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे।
अंत काल रघुवर पुर जाई,
जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाए।
और देवता चित्त न डरहि,
हनुमत से ही सर्व सुख करे।
संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा,
जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलवीर।
ओ बोलो जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करो गुरुदेव की नाई। जो शत बार पाठ कर कोई, छूटई बंदी महासुख होय। जो यहाँ पर हनुमान चालीसा,
होय सिद्धि साखी गौरी।
तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा, की जय नाथ हृदय महादेव, की जय नाथ हृदय महादेव, की जय नाथ हृदय महादेव। पावन तनय संकट हरण, मंगल मूर्ति रूप। राम लखन सीता सहित, हृदय में बसहूँ सुरभूप। बोले पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, सिया भज रामचंद्र की जय। गुरु ब्रह्मा गुरु विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वरा, गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्मा, तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। बोले गुरु महाराज की जय। My pranam to all of you on behalf of Bhavani Shankar Mandir and all its volunteers and servants. We send you the blessings of Bhagwan Shiva and Mata Parvati from the humble abode of Bhavani Shankar Mandir in Brampton, Ontario. It is so lovely for all of us to be in Satsang again on a beautiful Thursday evening, and to really celebrate life, to really bring an end to the day that we have had, and to really share our joys together. As you know, satsangatve nisangatvam, nisangatve nirmohatvam, nirmohatve nischalitatvam, nischalitatve jivan mukti. If we cannot find freedom in satsang, then it is not satsang that we are in. If we cannot find the power to let go in satsang, then what we are in is not called satsang. Friends, letting go in our life is a very important thing in all aspects of our life. Let go. When Hanumanji, remember, Teen Alok, he is the master. Jai Hanuman Gyan Gundagar, Jai Kapis Tinhulok Ujagar. I explained this some time ago to you. He is the master of the three worlds, meaning time, past, present, future. He is able to master the past. Master the past meaning letting go. Because if we have to hold on to everything in life that we come in contact with, if we have to hold on to everything we see, if we have to take home everything we have, if we have to grieve for everything what we have lost, our entire life, my friends, will be spent on this life, just tying ourselves up to this world. Letting go is an important thing. We use the word detachment in life, but I'm going to use a more simple term to you today. That is called letting go. Satsang allows us to let go. It means we have to be free. Why is letting go so important? Why, today we say it passively, just let it go, right? Just let it go. When you let something go, it does not mean that you're submitting yourself to weakness, or you're allowing someone to overpower you. No. When you say let something go, it does not mean that you don't have the strength to overpower it. It does not mean that you don't have the courage. It doesn't mean anything like that. Just let it go. Means your attention is not worth giving it to something so minuscule in life. No. It means that your focus is so powerful, it is so big, it is so above life that it's not worth giving your attention to things that don't matter in life. And we are taught to let go in an early stage of life because it prepares us for letting go of bigger things. As a child, our toys sometimes are taken away, our toys get lost, our pencils get broken, and it breaks our heart. When we were little in school and we had a long pencil, that was a prestigious thing, You have a long pencil. And if somebody broke it, it's like as though they broke your heart. That is our day's time. And then even if you lose something simple, as we always say in our katha, that when you lose your wallet, it's like you've lost your whole identity. When you've lost your key, it's like you've lost your whole drive in life. You haven't lost your drive in life, you've just lost your key. It prepares us for bigger losses in life when we lose someone or a relationship or something that goes significant in our life. What happens, my friends? We have to be prepared to let go of things in life. Satsang allows us to let go in life. Satsang allows us, my friends, to be free. Satsang allows us to rise above. Satsang allows us to swim in this ocean, not to drown in it. Satsang allows us to live in harmony. And this, what we call Shanti Satsang, allows us to dwell in peace and to live in peace. Troubling times we are living in, and help is coming on its way. But in the meantime, let us continue to be in this satsang, my friends. Today is Purnima, or what we call Satyanarayan Vrat is done on this way, fasting to Bhagwan Satyanarayan. On this day, we do fasting as we are doing today, so there's no dinner tonight. But people do fasting in different ways. In our home, it's mostly practiced where food is not cooked. And so we live off of whatever we have stored up for all the many days. Tonight we'll talk a little bit about Satyanarayan Katha, Satyanarayan Bhagwan, and when and how Satyanarayan Puja should be done. Tonight we will talk about the occasions on when Satyanarayan Puja is done, and more so how it is done, and the approach and everything like that. Before we do that though, we will continue to glorify Bhagwan in many ways. The children will sing a beautiful bhajan to Bhagwan Sri Narayan, and please join with them together as we glorify Bhagwan Narayan. Narayana is worshipped especially on the full moon day, but not only on the full moon day. We will talk about that. Please enjoy this dedication to Bhagwan Sri Narayan.
Jai Jai Narayan, Swami Narayan, Jai Jai Narayan, Jai Jai Narayan, Narayan Hari Hari, Swami Narayan, Narayan Hari Hari, Jai Jai Narayan, Narayan Hari Hari, Swami Narayan, Narayan Hari
Shri Satyanarayana Swami Ki Jai. On the full moon day, or what we call Purnima, something very magical happened in this world. And we're going to talk about that today, about the impact of the moon in our lives, about the impact of Narayana in our lives, and more so, what is our response to these things? Because when the night comes, we respond to the night. When the day comes, we respond to the day. When the sun comes out or the rain pours, every instance we respond to them. So how do we respond to the full moon? And we'll talk about that tonight, of course. As we start today, my friends, we're going to charge up the energies. We're going to charge up our minds to receive the blessings of Bhagwan Narayana. So please join with me in Dhoon and in Kirtan as we glorify Bhagwan Narayana. Om Namo Narayana. Om Namo Narayana. Om Namo Narayana. Everybody chant with me this very simple prayer. Shantakaram Bhujagshayanam Padmanabham Suresham Vishwadharam Gagan Sadrisham Meghavarnam Shubhangam Lakshmikantam Kamalnayanam Yogi Virdhyaan Gamyam Bande Vishnum Bhavabhayharam Sarvaloke Karnatham Narayanaya Vidmahe Vasudevaya Dhimahi Tanno Vishnu Prachodayat. Om Namo Narayana. This is very simple kirtan. Om Namo Narayana. Om Namo Narayana. नैमिषारण्य ऋषया शौनकादया प्रप्यचुर्मुनया सर्वे सूतं पौराणिकं खलु व्रतेन तपसा किं वा प्राप्यते वाञ्छितं फलं तत्सर्वश्रोतुमिच्छायां कथयस्या महामुने. This is the opening verses of the Sri Satyanarayan Vrat Katha. How did Satyanarayan Katha come to this world? Today's Katha, it's a lot of talking, so I want you to pay real rapt attention, because I think you need to understand a little bit more about Satyanarayan Bhagwan Katha. How did it come to this world? Ekada Naimisharanya Rishaya Shaunakadaya. Once, Shaunak Muni, Sujji Maharaj rather, was narrating to Shaunak Muni and 88,000 rishis in the forest of Naimisharanya. He was narrating, of course, the greatness of Bhagwan Sri Satyanarayan Katha. Now let me ask you a question. You know, if you sit in a little home and you have a few people there and the Panditji is talking, in most cases they will use a microphone, because with a microphone and a speaker you get a little bit more sound. It is more clear. The voice is not strained a lot, and the speaker actually gets to speak with ease. In a forest where there was 88,000 rishis, in a time when there wasn't any microphone, any public speaking system, how was it possible for Sutji Maharaj, a young boy of just 16 years, to narrate the Satyanarayan Katha to 88,000 other rishis and saints? How is it that possible? You see, the thing that we have to understand is, when a katha is being done, when a puja is being done, my friends, when worship is being done, when satsang is being done, that entire space becomes consecrated. And this is a word I want us to get used to: consecrated. Consecrated means it is charged with energies. And for that reason, we have always encouraged families that when puja is done or when a satsang is happening, there must not be anyone cooking at that time. I have sorted these issues out in our community here, and I hope that wherever you're living, be it in the States or wherever it is in Canada and elsewhere, whenever there is a puja happening in your home, Satyanarayan Katha is home puja. When there is a puja happening in your home and you've invited guests and whoever to come, friends, always remember that all your preparations, including cooking, must be done before the puja starts. Everything must be done. Bartan manje, pat torndong, clean up, everything is done. Even the cooking people, everyone, they are seated. Nobody's walking around. Your prasad must be taken out, covered up nicely. Everything is nearby. Everybody sits down now, and we're doing Bhagwan Puja. That is how puja is done. Because if the puja is going on, and then you have everybody cooking, and somebody's straining rice, and pass this and pass that, of course, what's going to happen? It's a distraction to what is going on, regardless if it's happening outside or inside. But more so, there is a consecrated space there. Where the puja is done, that place, that home becomes consecrated. If you even sit in that home, the mere fact that you're present there means that you're part of a process. You're part of a process where energy is flowing. Where there is beautiful satsang, where there's beautiful discussion, you're part of that process. Even if you're not connected in this way, what happens? The fact that you're physically present there means that you are receiving something. And that is why, when you go to a puja and satsang and so, always be where it is happening. Nowhere else. Nowhere else. Sutji Maharaj was speaking to 88,000 rishis, my friends. All of them were not hearing the Satyanarayan Katha. In a forest where there are trees and everything, Naimisharanya is still in India, by the way. All of them were not hearing what was going on. All of them are not hearing what is going on. But the fact that they're all there, my friends, their hearts were pleased because something good was going to be done. So he started. Ekada naimisharanya rishaya shaunakanaya prapyachur munaya sarve sutam pauranikam kalu. So they all asked Sutji Maharaj, this young saint, Vratena tapasa kimva prapyate vanchitam phalam. Everyone, when we do something, we want to know what are the benefits of doing that thing, right? Most likely, most of us would not want to do something unless there is a fruit behind it, unless you're selfless. Well, all of them ask that, Sutji, we have heard about Satyanarayan Katha. Please tell us about the origin of Satyanarayan Katha and what are the benefits of Sri Satyanarayan Bhagwan Katha. And so Sutji Maharaj says, Narado naiva samprishte Bhagavan Kamalapati surarshaya yathaivaha tachunudham samamita. Sutji Maharaj says that once, the story begins now, that Naraji came to this earth. Naraji, who has the ability to be wherever he wants to be, how long he wants to be there, he came to visit this earth. And when he came, he saw very different things, and he was very disturbed. He saw that some people, they were having wealth and shelter and food in lavishness and in great abundance. And then he saw some people did not have any. It is still happening today where there are many people, wasting life. They have in abundance while some don't have at all. Now, let's not try to find a solution for that because, we have to understand the karmic deeds and all that. So Naraji came and he could not understand why some people were so happy. They were living in palaces while some were so poor and they had nothing. Some were overeating, some did not have food to eat, some were overdressing, some did not have any clothes to wear rather. So that kind of imbalance he saw. Naraji being a sant means someone who possesses a certain qualities. A sant or a saint is someone who possesses certain qualities. A sant or a saint, when they see you in distress, they will become distressed as well. A sant, when they see you happy, they will celebrate with you. A sant, a saint, when they see someone in need, they will make attempts to help that person in need. Naraji, when he saw the suffering of the world, he went straight to Bhagwan Satyanarayan. And when he went to Bhagwan Satyanarayan, my friends, the Lord was in Shankha Chakra Gala Padma, his forehand sleeping in the Milky Ocean. And what happened? Bhagwan Narayanji was there. Narada, the saint, went and he bowed to Bhagwan Narayana. Narayan says, my son, how come you're visiting me today? What help can I give to you? Naraji says, Prabhu, I'm here because I went to the earth and I saw these imbalances that we talked about. Please tell me, O Lord, how I can help the people of the earth. Remember, Naraji's request here is not to help himself. His request is not to help himself. Tell me how I can help me. Tell me a mantra or a puja or a process where I can help me. Tell me of something how I can help the earth and the people on the earth. You see, when our prayers are selfless, my friends, when our prayers are selfless, they will be answered. And so Bhagwan Narayan says, I will tell you about how you can help the earth, the people of the earth. Because you have asked me this question, not for you, but for others, I will tell you how you can do that. My friends, this is Narayana. Narayan Bhagwan Vishnu, he never gives up. He never gives up, my friends, and he will take so many forms to come and to ensure that we are taken care of, we have to take a little time to ensure that we are taken care of as well, in the forms of fasting, puja, tapasya, and all these things. This is how kind-hearted Bhagwan Sri Narayan is. This is how helpful Bhagwan Narayan is. He can leave his comforts to come down to all of us, my friends. And that's why we say, Narayan Karuname Sharanam, Jai Lakshmi Pati Vishnu Sharanam. Let us sing this dhoon together. And then when we come back after this dhoon, I will tell you what Satyanarayan Bhagwan told Naraji that can resolve the problems of this earth. Ki Narayan. All of you join with me. I think you know this bhajan very well. It is saying, O merciful Lord, please grant refuge in thee. Pranam to you, Bhagwan Satyanarayan, the consort of Mahalakshmi. Dispel my sorrows, O Bhagwan, and eradicate all my pains. Remove all fears from within. Hey Bhagwan Narayan, grant me your merciful protection. To you, Bhagwan Narayan, we say victory. Save our devotees of the world from humiliation. O Lord, O friend, O Lord of creation, give us refuge. O Supreme Lord Narayan. It's a prayerful bhajan. So let's all sing together. I want to hear your voices, and I want to hear you clapping as well. After this dhoon, we'll talk how we can resolve some of the challenges of this earth. Ki Narayan Karuna Me Sharanam, Jai Lakshmi Pati Vishnu Sharanam. Narayan Karuna Me Sharanam, Jai Lakshmi Pati Vishnu Sharanam. Narayan Karuna Me Sharanam, Jai Lakshmi Pati Vishnu Sharanam. Narayan Karuna Me Sharanam, Jai Lakshmi Pati Vishnu Sharanam. विपत्ति हमारी तुमने तारी, विपत्ति हमारी तुमने तारी, शोक मिटाई भव भयहारी, शोक मिटाई भव भयहारी। दीन बंधु जगदीश्वर शरणं शरणं शरणं। नारायण करुणा मैं शरणं, जय लक्ष्मी पति विष्णु शरणं। संपत्ति पाई सब मन छाई, संपत्ति पाई सब मन छाई। भक्त जनों की लाज बचाई, भक्त जनों की लाज बचाई। दीन बंधु जगदीश्वर शरणं शरणं शरणं। नारायण करुणा मैं शरणं, जय लक्ष्मी पति विष्णु शरणं। नारायण करुणा मैं शरणं, जय लक्ष्मी पति विष्णु शरणं। जय 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 परमेश्वर शरणं, जय 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 परमेश्वर शरणं। जय लक्ष्मीपति शरणं जय 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 लक्ष्मीपति शरणं जय 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 नारायण शरणं जय 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 नारायण शरणं जय 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 Narayan Bhagavan listened to the request of Narad Muni, and he says, Narad, I will tell you how you can fix that problem in this world. Satyanarayan Vrat Katha. He says, Narad, that there is one process which, when it is followed properly, it can relieve dukh, shok, vinash. It can relieve sorrows, it can relieve pains, daridra, it can relieve poverty, it can relieve mental anguishes. This one process is called Satyanarayan Vrat Pujan Katha. He says, Narad, first of all, the reason why some are in happiness and some are in sadness is because of karma. And I think we know right now what karma is. You are designing your own life. You are what you are today because of what you have invested in. You have invested in good thoughts, good actions, good thinking, good words. Then you are a result of that, my friends. You are a result of that. So what happens? Bhagavan Satyanarayan says that the cause of punishment, the reason behind punishment and the reason behind happiness, first of all, is because of us. Now, how he says we can fix that? He says we have to do more. There is a process called Satyanarayan Vrat Pujan Katha. What is this? Families must pray more together. You know the saying, a family that prays together stays together. So he recommended that, Naraji, I want you to go to the earth and I want you to implement this process called Satyanarayan Vrat Puja. And I want everyone to be part of the process. He said that families must pray more. Husband and wife should pray more and together. This is not the time, my friends, when a wife sits alone to do a puja or a husband alone and so on. Certain times due to circumstances that happens, but in a normal state, the husband and wife, along with children if they have, should sit for prayers regardless of what the prayers are. A family unit, my friends, when we say unit, a unit is not a one standing leg. A chair unit is not a leg alone that is standing. It is only complete when all the parts are put together. Then it's called a unit. This family unit or this institution called a family must, my friends, act accordingly. So what happens? He says people must pray together, and he recommended Satyanarayan Bhagavan Katha. How the puja must done? Satyanarayan Vrat Katha. It can be done any evening. It cannot be done in the morning. Any evening, not only Purnima. As long as it is done with bhakti, shraddha and vishwas, it can be done in any evening to Bhagavan Satyanarayan. He even talks about how the preparation should be made, that you must offer, bananas and fruits. There must be sankirtanam, there must be katha, it must be read by a Brahmin. And after that, there is sometimes dancing in the Satyanarayan Katha in the name of Narayana. There must be musicians. And after that, people go away thinking about Narayana. When Naraji heard about this, my friends, what happened? Naraji came back to this earth and he brought Satyanarayan Katha. It is because of a saint who met the Lord and who learned this process. It is because of him that Satyanarayan Katha is in our lives today. There is one in the first adhyaya, of course. We learned about the coming of Satyanarayan Katha. Now, in the second adhyaya, we talk about one beggar. He was a beggar in the place of Kashi. He was a Brahmana, but forget about the caste for now. He was just, carrying about his day. And what happens? He used to beg The Lord saw him from the heavens, and the Lord came taking a form of an old man and said, Shatanand, do not beg. Do not beg, that it is wise for you to pray. Beg, मांगना हमारा धर्म नहीं है. Begging is not our dharma. We are not, a lower form of life. We are very gifted people in many ways. So begging is not our dharma. The Lord took a form and came down, my friends, and says that, hey Shatanand, please, as of tomorrow, stop this begging, accumulate everything that you have, and perform Satyanarayan Katha. And in so doing, you will gain mukti on this earth, freedom on this earth. Shatanand listened to him. He gathered everything, a beggar, and he performed Satyanarayan Katha on a monthly basis. Satyanarayan Katha, my friends, is a family puja. But he did not have any family. He invited his families, who was his families? The people who he used to beg from. And he performed it on a monthly basis. When Shatanand, the beggar, died, my friends, you know what happened to him? The beggar, he actually went to heavens, and the next birth, he became Sudama, the great friend of Sri Krishna. This Satyanarayan Katha, my friends, is very powerful, and it must be done with lots of faith in our lives. Now, I'm going to tell you now when you should perform the Katha on certain occasions and how it should be done. But before we do so, we'll have a beautiful bhajan by the girls. They're going to dedicate this bhajan to a beautiful form of Narayana called Ram Bhagavan. And Bhagwan Ram, of course, is a very unique form, very dynamic form of the Lord Narayan, who came to live as a human being, and who, of course, his life, he struggled for all of us. Please enjoy this bhajan.
रघुवर 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 तुमको मेरी लाज तुमको मेरी लाज रघुवर रघुवर रघुवर
रघुवर रघुवर तुमको मेरी लाज. A beautiful song to Bhagwan Ram. Of course, a prayer to Bhagwan Ram to save our dignity and to more so to become one with Sri Ram. On this very full moon day, my friends, we talk about the worship of Satyanarayan Bhagwan. We heard about how Bhagwan Satyanarayan sent this very beautiful puja to our earth called Satyanarayan Vrat Katha. When the puja is done, Satyanarayan puja, there must be fasting happening in our life. I want to talk to you about fasting. Today, my friends, when the moon is full, what happens? As the moon comes closer to the earth, the water rises. The tides of the river are very high. The water level in the oceans rise because the moon comes closer. What this means as well, that since our body is made up of 72% of water, since our body is made up of 72% of fluid, as the moon comes closer, the water level in our body as well will rise. And when the water level in our body rises, guess what happens? Then we find that we are fuller on this day. As much as you want to eat, your body is saying to you, I am full, but your eye is saying to you, I didn't eat. So what happens? You eat on this day and you drink extra on this day, and then you feel bloated or you feel a sense of uncomfortableness because the water level in the body is risen, your body is full, but you're putting in more food. So when that happens, you feel uncomfortable. And an uncomfortable feeling is expressed. That is why people say in the world that when it is full moon, people lose their mind. Right? They lose their mind. It is not that they're losing the mind. It is that the body is telling you, this is how I want to behave today. I want some ease. I'm full. I want to be given some rest. Let my arteries, let my organs take some rest on this day. But you are saying, no, I didn't eat my food, and you put more thing inside. What happens? It really does not allow the body to work how it's supposed to work. Full moon day or Purnima and Ekadashi, these are days, my friends, when the body naturally supports itself. You don't need to eat other than for medical reasons, right? If you get blood sugar problems and so on. So it is a day when vrat must be done, when fasting should be done. So Satyanarayan Puja requires a bit of sacrifice to do this fasting. Now, my friends, how has Bhagwan Satyanarayan influenced people in their life? There was, of course, in the Satyanarayan Katha, this beautiful story about the sadhu and his wife. They made a promise. They made a promise to Bhagwan Satyanarayan that, Prabhu, we cannot bear children, or we can't bear a child, so please, O Lord, give us a child. And if you give us this child, you see the bargaining here? If you give us this child, Prabhu, we will do big Satyanarayan Puja for you. Bhagwan did not care about what they're going to give him, because whether you give to the Lord or you don't give to the Lord will remain the Lord. Right? So, the trader and his wife Lilavati, his wife's name was Lilavati, they give birth now to a beautiful girl, her name was Kalavati. So what happened, when the daughter was born, the wife reminded the husband that, listen, we are blessed by Bhagwan Satyanarayan. Now you have to do puja because, we have to fulfill that promise. He says, when she grows up a little bit and turns a young lady, then we'll do one big puja, Satyanarayan Katha, and give thanks to Bhagwan Satyanarayan. Wife says, okay. So now girl grows up, become a young lady. Wife goes to husband, says, we promised Bhagwan Satyanarayan, we changed that so-and-so. Let's do Satyanarayan Puja. The husband says, no, don't worry about it. When she's getting married, we'll do one big Satyanarayan Puja, invite the whole village and everybody, make one thing, and then finish everything. And so the girl now found a husband to get married. And then what happened? The wife says, well, we got to do Satyanarayan Puja now. What you going to do? He says, when she has a child now, then everything will be fine. So Bhagwan Satyanarayan says this is the, procrastination is a very bad thing for life and for God as well. God doesn't put you off. Why are we putting off God? Right? God does not neglect you for one day. Why do we neglect God for our lifetime? We cannot neglect our Lord when God has not neglected us, my friends. The Lord says, there are times in life when we talk about meeting challenges, right? Meeting challenges. We are the cause of all the challenges we are meeting. The Lord says, Sadhu or merchant, I'm going to remind you a little bit now of, what your responsibilities are in life. What happened, my friends? One day, so many calamities came in the life of this merchant. So many calamities came. He went with his son-in-law to do business with their boat. And what happened? In his boat, there was so much merchandise in there, all forms of goods and so on. And the sadhu, the merchant, saw an old man, a beggar coming from far, and he says, "Hey, bhai, this man will come beg me for something. I got to give him things." And the old man came and said, Sadhu, merchant, what do you have in your boat? He says, "Nao mein latta patta hai." In my boat, there is just leaves and shrubs and so on. There's nothing important. Go. The man says, "What is in your boat?" He says, "I don't have anything valuable in there, just leaves and so on." And the old man says, "So be it. So be it." So be it. And everything in the boat, my friends, became leaves and shrubs. When somebody asks you how are things, and things are good, but is it things bad? Because sometimes you're afraid to tell people things are good, they may want to get some help on you. My friends, if you continue to tell people about our problems of life or present life as a problem, life will always be a problem. Right? If you continue to present life as a problem, then you will find life will always be a problem. And there are some of us like that. We have nothing but problems to talk about. We can't share happiness, we can't share Shanti. We can't pass peace around. All we do is we pass our problems around. And that is not good. Because what you present your life as, that is what life will give you back. So things are not always bad, my friends. Things are not always bad. Now, what happened to this promise that we make in life? Let's talk about these things. Now, let me have a little gaff, as we will say. Now, some people will tell you, girl, never do Durga Puja, because as long as you do Durga Puja one time, or Satyanarayan Puja one time, you have to do it every year. Have you ever heard that gaff before? You have. Good. And so people are, even Navratri at the temple, people will come and they'll give them donation. Panditji, me no want to do Durga Puja. So why? Because if I do it this year and I forget to do it next year, then whatever, I'm going to be punished. Mata is going to punish us. Or if we start do Satyanarayan Puja, then what happened? Every year I have to do Satyanarayan Puja. That is not what it is, right? If you have a bargain with God, my friends, puja is an expression of your love. If you have the desire to express your love for God in the form of a Durga Path or a Satyanarayan Katha, then you express that feeling. If things are bad because of COVID, for example, and you can't do your Durga Path or your Satyanarayan Puja, then what is God going to do, my friends? You think God is going to sin you? Or let us say even that you made a commitment. Ma Durga, I will do puja for you for the rest of my life in the month of April every year. Now what happens? COVID kicks in. There's no pandit. There's no puja sarjam. There's no nothing. What are you going to do? You think Ma is going to sin you because you made a promise and you can't fulfill it? No. If circumstances, I'm telling you not my opinion here, I'm telling you the injunctions of our scripture. If circumstances does not permit you to do the prayer or fulfill that promise, there is no sins committed. But if you find excuses, If you find excuses to avoid your commitment, then that's a problem, right? That's a problem. So don't ever think that because you do Satyanarayan Puja or you do Durga Puja, you have to do it continuously every year. That is not the case with our practices. Our God is not a cruel God. When I say our God, I mean there's one God, but whatever. But it is not a cruel God that's going to say, hey, here's my whip. You didn't do your puja this year. Come for licks. Licks for you. You didn't do your puja this year, so let me take away all your wealth from you. No. God is not that cruel. We are that like that. Not God. We are like that. There is no cruelty in God. There is no punishment from God. But God throws this drama in life sometimes to remind us of our responsibilities. To remind us of our responsibilities. The merchant, my friends, what happened to him? The merchant, what happened to him? All his wealth that he had in the boat. You know, sometimes we have so much in life, but still we're crying out. We're crying out that things bad and whatever it is, and we're working every single day of our life just to die. That is what most of us are doing. We're working to retire. We can't wait for retirement. Why not, be happy today rather than retirement? We are working 5 days of the week just to wait the weekend to come. It's like though our life is a suffering, right? Don't make it like that. The life is not a suffering. It is something for us to enjoy. So what happens? Of course, all his belongings and so on were diminished. And it so happened there was a king in the area, my friends, in the city where he went to. Somebody has stole from the king, and then the thief ran in the direction of the merchant, and the soldiers caught the merchant. They jailed him up and all that. It's a pretty long story, but in essence, what happened? His wife got some intuition that, we are lacking something. We are lacking something. We have the means. We made a promise to do our prayers, but what happened? Nothing has prevented us from doing it. Not the weather, not COVID, not anything had prevented us from fulfilling our promises, but we just did not do it because we take God for granted. You see, my friends, if God doesn't come in and step in to discipline us in life sometimes, then everybody can make a promise to God and break it. Everybody can make a promise to God and break it. And then what would happen? We'll make a fool out of our Lord. That is not the purpose of our God. He is there to guide and to steer us in our life. So, the wife, my friends, along with her daughter, Lilavati and Kalavati, they sat together and they performed Satyanarayan Puja. Narayan, Narayan, Jai Jai Govind Hare. Narayan, Narayan, Jai Jai Gopal Hare. They start to pray to Bhagwan Satyanarayan. Narayan, Narayan, Jai Jai Govind Hare. Narayan, Narayan, Jai Jai Gopal Hare. Narayan, Narayan, Jai Jai Govind Hare. Narayan, Narayan, Jai Jai Gopal Hare. Govind Hare, 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 Jai Jai Gopal Hare. Narayan, Narayan, Jai Jai Govind Hare. Narayan, Narayan, Jai Jai Gopal Hare. Narayan, Narayan, Jai Jai Govind Hare. Narayan, Narayan, Jai Jai Gopal Hare. Govind Hare, 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 Jai Jai Gopal Hare. Narayan, Narayan, Jai Jai Govind Hare. Narayan, Narayan, Jai Jai Gopal Hare. Narayan, Narayan, नारायण जय जय गोपाल हरे हे
नारायण नारायण जय जय गोविंद हरे नारायण नारायण जय जय गोपाल हरे
गोविंद हरे जय जय गोपाल हरे गोविंद हरे जय जय गोपाल हरे गोविंद हरे जय जय गोपाल हरे जय जय गोपाल हरे गोविंद हरे जय जय गोपाल हरे
गोविंद हरे जय जय गोपाल हरे
गोविंद हरे जय जय गोपाल हरे
गोविंद हरे जय जय गोपाल हरे
नारायण 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 नारायण
नारायण नारायण नारायण नारायण
नारायण नारायण नारायण नारायण नारायण
नारायण नारायण नारायण नारायण नारायण
नारायण हरे जय जय नारायण हरे
नारायण हरे जय जय नारायण हरे
हे नारायण हरे जय जय नारायण हरे
नारायण हरे जय जय नारायण हरे
जय जय नारायण हरे
जय जय नारायण हरे
जय जय नारायण हरे जय जय नारायण हरे जय जय नारायण हरे जय जय नारायण हरे जय जय नारायण हरे बोलिए सत्यनारायण स्वामी की जय. The wife and the daughter sat. They fulfilled their responsibilities to Bhagwan Satyanarayan. Bhagwan Satyanarayan sent a message to the king who had locked up the merchant, my friends, and they released him. And from that day, my friends, he and his family, they perform Satyanarayan Bhagwan Puja regularly. When is the puja supposed to be done? On what occasions? Satyanarayan Puja is a requirement that if there is a wedding or sanskars. Sanskars means, we have 16 sanskars in our life. When Garbhadan sanskar, Karnaveda sanskar, Anprashan sanskar. Babies, children are just not made in this world and left to be raised by people around us. Children are fathering or mothering a child is not about bringing a child physically in this world. I want you to know that. I have these things on my list now, my friends, that we are making a podcast for different. And when they come out, I want you to listen to them very carefully. Why do we, two persons get married? I say two persons, regardless of your gender, you get married. Right? What is the purpose of your marriage? When you get married, boy marry girl, or whoever marry whoever, what is the purpose of your marriage? Right? If one of the goals of your marriage is to raise a family, if one of the goals of your marriage is to raise a family, then do it well. Do it well. Raise your family well, my friends. How do you raise your family well? And I'm talking, I'm a Hindu first, before I am a human, before I'm a citizen, before anything, I'm a Hindu. I've always talked about that. Before anything else, I'm a Hindu. Right? Regardless of my birth country, my country that I live in, or where my ancestors come from, first and foremost, I am a Hindu. Which means I'm going to govern my life like a Hindu. So I will raise my children like a Hindu. The Hindu system, the sanskaras, there are 16 sanskars. Sanskars mean, they don't mean a puja. Sanskar doesn't mean a puja, that we do a little puja and that's a sanskar. No. Sanskar means activities done in a particular way to shape the life of your children. To shape the life of a children. When conception happens, time doesn't permit me to explain all this, but when conception happens, my friend, that is called Garbhadan Sanskar. You pray for us that, O Lord, in our scriptures, this is evident. Raja Dashrath did this Garbhadan Sanskar. Pray that, Prabhu, I don't have a child or children. May you bless us so that whatever with a child or children, and whatever child or children that you bless us with, Prabhu, allow us to raise them well. That's called Garbhadan Sanskar. Then Simantoya Sanskar, this is the second one. When the mother is conceived now, is pregnant, in the third trimester of pregnancy, a particular sanskar is done called Simantoya Sanskar. Where, the father takes the brush and brushes the hair of the mother. I don't know if I've done it so many times for people because I'm educating them. They take the brush and they brush the hair of the mother, because whatever experiences she goes through, and when you're combing your own hair is one thing, but man, when you go to that that place, the salon, and cut your hair and wash them and thing, it has a relaxation feeling to it. You know what I'm talking about. Ladies especially, you do that stuff. Men, we do it too. You wash your hair and you bend back on them and broke your neck and wash your hair. But when them, take the hand and manage your hair a little bit, it's a relaxation feeling, right? The head. So in this sanskar, the Panditji do some puja and thing. The husband brushes the hair of the wife, and the woman, she experiences relaxation. It's a science. And when she experiences that relaxation, what happens? The baby relaxes as well. The baby relaxes as well. Science have told us, Swami Rama had done a research on this, that whatever activities, whatever emotions, and whatever thoughts you have had 3 years prior to conception, that is what the baby will adopt. So whatever you have done 3 years prior to conceiving a child, that is what the baby will bring into this world, my friends. That is what they will bring into this world. Anyway, Simantoya Sanskar. The father combs the head of the girl, she is relaxed. And then when the baby is born, there's Namkaran Sanskar, the naming ceremony of the child. It's not just giving a name, Peter and Paul. It is calculating the planetary positions and giving that child a name based on that planet, my friends. And usually I say give them Hindu names. What has happened, but give them Hindu names. Even the call name, if you don't like the Hindu name, give them a Hindu call name. Then there's Anprashan Sanskar, where before the child eats salt or grains, what happened? Before the child eats salt or grains, there's a Annapurne Sadapurne Shankara Pranavallave. A prayer is done to the Divine Mother to say, Ma, you're Annapurna. May the grains that the child will consume become medicine to his or her body. Then there's Karnaveda Sanskar, the boring of the ears for the girls. And there are so many other sanskars, my friend. When they grow up big, there's a Vivah Sanskar, which is, marriage ceremony and so on. So sanskars must be done in order to promote the growth of a child. Sanskars have to be done to promote the growth of a child. So, what happens, my friends? What happens here is that when these sanskars are done, in our tradition, mostly in the West Indian tradition, we don't do all of them. Today, though, my friends, what happens is that we teach the people, like Simantoya Sanskar and so on. People are doing that now. Recently people are doing Anprashan Sanskar and so on. So what happens, then there's Chudakarna, the shaving of the head and thing like that. Shaving of the head ceremony is a very, very important sanskar. Chudakarna Sanskar. Or what we call Mundan. Shaving of the head should occur, my friends, as soon as the scalp becomes, ready for shaving. And as soon as you can take out the hair from the head, the better it is for the child. Traditionally, when we were growing up, they scraped the hair on the 9th day, right? Today, they are afraid to do that. And when I say scrape the hair, I mean shave the hair, not clipping the hair. Because you know what happens these days when the child grows up, especially if it's a girl child, the child starts to get long hair. And what happens? Mother and father becomes attached to that. This hair, my friends, is one of the great attachments that we have. That is why when people die and so we shave the head, because we're cleansing ourselves of our attachments. If you don't know that. We're cleansing ourselves of our attachments. So my friends, what happens? The earliest you can shave that hair, the better it is for the growth of that child. Why? Because the hair that they took birth with is impure. It's birth hair, it's impure hair. It comes with an energy that is not wanted. So you scrape it out, my friends, and allow a fresh head of hair to grow. As soon as possible, 9 days, if possible, do it. If not, it is done in odd month, like 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and so on. But what happens if you leave it too long, then the parents say, Panditji, can I just clip it? No. If you clip, you can clip it. You can take a scissors and clip it and call it whatever you want. But that is not called Chudakarna Sanskar, my friends. That you're just clipping the edges. You're not shaving the head. You must know these things as Hindus. We have to be practical Hindus and we have to be educated Hindus. Right? Back to Satyanarayan Katha now. Satyanarayan Katha is done before any sanskars, major sanskars. So there are major sanskars and there are minor ones. The major sanskars are Yagyopavita sanskar, when the boys take Janev. Then Vivah sanskaras, when weddings happen. And then there is Yagyas as well, when Yagya or Yajnas, you know it, when that is done, Satyanarayan Vrat Puja is done there. Let's talk about the wedding and the Janev, because that's things you guys do the most, or people do most, right? When you're doing a wedding as a Hindu, if you're doing a traditional Hindu wedding, or a traditional Janev, there are 4 things according to our Shastras that constitute a wedding or a Janev. 4 things that must be done in order to make it complete. So for a wedding, Nandi Shrad must be done. Nandi Shrad is a Shrad that you do, right, for the ancestors. You do not offer pindas and so, but it's Shrad you do for the ancestors, inviting them to be part of the process. Because it is by the ancestors' blessings that all of this happened. So we do Nandi Shrad, honoring the ancestors. That's the first thing you do. After that, you do, for a wedding, you do Satyanarayan Vrat Katha. Satyanarayan Vrat Katha is done by inviting people to come and you sit as a family. Remember, Satyanarayan is a family unit. It's a family unit puja. You sit together and you do Satyanarayan Katha, you have some musicians and whatever it is, and you have satsang. And it goes back, Prabhu, you've given us a child or children, now they're getting married, we thank you, and we ask you to bless them with the right foundations of life. That is a requirement, Satyanarayan Puja. Then third, for a traditional wedding, there's a Matikor. And you know what that is, Digdati. They dig the dirt and you Namo Namo Medhani Lokamata, you bow to the earth and all that. And then the fourth thing constitute the completion of a wedding is the Vivah Sanskar itself on the day of the wedding. These 4 things, when they are done, they build a firm foundation for your child or your children who are getting married. And then the question comes now, Panditji, so what happen if me not do that? And you know what my answer is, right? My answer is, here are the benefits if you do it. Here are the benefits if you do it. I can't tell you about what will happen if you don't do it. Do you understand? If you have to go take a heart surgery to save your heart, to save your life, then the surgery will save your life. But Panditji, what happened, or doctor, what will happen if I don't do it? You know what will happen if you don't do it. And that's not my problem, right? It's not my problem. So what happened, my friends? Satyanarayan Puja is done like that. Today is full moon and I'm glad we are having this conversation. So many of you are logged on. Then Janev Sanskar. Janev is when the boys take the holy thread. So the same things are done, 4 things. Nandi Shrad, Satyanarayan Katha, Matikor, and the Janev Sanskar is done. The 4 things that constitute, a Janev. When yagyas are done, when you're doing a yagya, it is always advisable as a family unit to do Satyanarayan Puja and Shrad before that yagya is done, my friends, because Bhagwan Satyanarayan, his purpose is to grow us as a family. Now, you will find these days as well, as a practicing priest, that we are implementing traditions in a non-traditional society. And these are things we have to talk about. We are implementing traditions in a non-traditional society. There are people who are getting married, and the only purpose of them getting married is to take some pictures. Right? That's the only purpose. We want to take some pictures. We didn't live a Hindu life or anything, but we just want to take some pictures. So to implement the tradition into a non-traditional society is a very challenging thing to do in the time we live in. But I'm very thankful to our leaders in our community and to temples who are educating people that, our tradition is not only practiced because somebody did it, but there is a scientific and there are tremendous spiritual values when we practice our traditions. And so that is the challenge we face, my friends. The challenge we face is to implement our traditions in a non-traditional society. So how do we do that? So somebody's getting married, for example, and Panaji, this story too long, we want just the digdati maybe, and just the wedding, right? So what you do as a priest, I'll tell you what you do as a priest, right? What I do as a priest. My job as a priest, and I say my job because, or my purpose as a priest, you have to be careful with this thing because people, one slip of the word, people add their own flavor to it. I want it to be known, my friends, and I've always, throughout my life, been very public about this. I have never, ever in my 42 years of life and my over 30 years of being a pundit, I have never, ever charged somebody for doing anything as a pundit. I have never fixed a fee for doing a funeral, a wedding. I have never given people even an idea, because people say, Panditji, I don't know, can you give me I've never even given people an idea of what it takes to do this. I take my children, I take my musicians, I take my equipment, I drive my car, I prepare everything, and it takes time to do that kind of stuff. I spend my weekends just in people's homes, but I have never ever in my life, close to 30 years of being a priest, tell somebody it's going to cost you this much to do a wedding, to do a puja. You know why? I've told you before. Because God's work is priceless. God's work is priceless. And there is no one, if there's anyone, I've challenged people in the public to stand up and tell me if Pandit Hardat has ever done that to you. Because my friends, this is what we're doing here as a priest. It is a priceless thing. There is no price we can put to it. Now, people will give you, I don't even pay attention to that stuff. Dakshina is a blessing. Dakshina, when it is given, it's accepted as a gift for the Lord's work. But there is no, I don't do it for a job. I have a full-time job, but this takes most of my time. The priesthood takes most of my time in the community. Yet, I have never. And anyone who I have taught to become a Pandit, and who I will teach to become a Pandit, the condition of me teaching you is that you shall never ever ask for money. Even if somebody forgot to give you money, even if you have gone through expenses and somebody has forgotten to give you money, which in my cases, my friend, it has happened so many times. Weddings especially, people, they have you do a wedding, everything, and people are having fun with their family. They forgot about you. In some cases, not all. And you know what? You pick up your car, you go home, and you go to your family. That's how straightforward, and that is how priceless this life is. That's my condition for teaching people. It's not a deal. This is not a deal, my friends. The minute you put a price on it, then, my friends, what it is that we're doing. Now, I don't criticize anybody who does the opposite. If somebody has a price tag based on number of hours or not, that's their business. It's none of my business. I'm a priest. I'm a professional in my work. I cannot and I will not criticize another Pandit. I want to make that very clear because this thing is very public. If there's anybody who has a price for doing something, then that's your business, right? That's your thing. I don't, and that doesn't concern me. You're not bad. You're not good. You're just doing what you have to, right? Satyanarayan Katha. Now what will happen? Somebody tells you as a Panditji, I don't want to do all the long story. I just want to do the wedding and be finished with it. So what you do is that you do it
Because I prefer, my friends, I prefer somebody, a non-traditional person, a non-traditional Hindu, I prefer to see them get married in Hindu customs than I prefer to see them doing another custom because a Hindu pandit, a Hindu priest is not available. And that is my policy. I'm like, here's the traditional way of doing it. I recommend this, but you don't want to, that's fine. Then we will go into whatever you accept. My friends, so what happens? I have some very close people who are Vidya Basiram. You see, I've been their priest for over 20 years. And Mukesh and Vidya. And anyway, I don't want to go into the comments now. We can talk about that later. But so what you do, you go not with the flow, but you go with the recommendations that you have made and whatever people have accepted. Because the challenge is, my friends, we are promoting tradition in a non-traditional society. And I don't condemn people for that. I think that we have to educate our people. We have to educate our people. That is why so many of you are logged on today, because you are interested in this discussion. Now, don't tell any pandit off, please, or never be rude. If you interact with someone who has a price and thing like that, and you don't like it, please don't cause trouble or tell them anything. Just do what you think is right. You understand? So we're dealing with that stuff. So you do the wedding alone, or the matikor and the wedding, in most cases. So Satyanarayan Katha is like that, my friends. The beauty and the purity of Satyanarayan Katha, it is priceless. One of my favorite things to do, my friends, and that's why I don't mind leaving my house Saturday and Sunday. It costs me with my family time, but I don't mind sitting with families. Satyanarayan Katha just drives a level of bliss in our lives that we can't understand. Whenever I do Satyanarayan Katha especially, there is this level of bliss that comes and that I experience. And it has helped me tremendously in my life. Because to do what I do as a leader of our community, you have to have, people's support, but his support is very, very important as well. So what happens, my friends, is that it has a lot of discussion we did today, a lot of talking we did today, for you to understand that full moon and Bhagwan Satyanarayan Katha is very important in our lives. Look at your calendar the next time, and when it is Purnima, do some kind of fasting. And if you're going to eat vegetarian food, just eat less so that your body does not disturb itself, right? So tonight, my friends, I hope you take this little education, and I hope you apply it in your lives most of all, because that is important, what we're doing here, applying this education in our life. God bless all of you, my friends, and I hope and pray that you are better Hindus and you become better human beings. Now, to end, I'll give you a little quote. Always use brand name products. Always use brand name products. Now, all of you are going to think here, Panditji, you're simple yet significant. And so, you can see it right there. Okay, good. Anyways, so always use brand name products, right? I mean, I even want to get into brand name products because I'm going to hear all this stuff I use. So, here is what we do. For the lips, you use brand name products. For the voice, you use brand name products. For the eyes, you use brand name products. For the hands, you use brand name products. No? For the heart, you use brand name products. For the face, oh God, you use brand name products as well. So what kind of brand name products I would like you to use, my friends? I would like you to use. For the lips, I would like you to let the truth come out from your lips. I would like the lips, what kind of brand name should be used on the lips? Let the truth only. Do you know where lipstick came from? You guys know where lipstick came from? Where lipstick came from? Lipstick came from India. When the British had, of course, ruled India, what happened? Our girls, they used to chew pan. And if you have never eaten pan, okay, ke pan banaras wala. Good. The best pan to eat is the Banarasi pan, Kashi Vishwanath. In pan, my friends, oh yeah, there you go. Asha got it right. Pan. So Asha got that right. I wonder how Asha got that right. Hey Asha, let me tell you the story already. Okay. Yep. Well, we know he came from India for sure. Well, here's what happened. Our girls in India, when they used to eat the pan, when you eat pan, Banarasi pan only. Anyways, when you eat the pan gives a red substance on the mouth, right? You see in the movies, when the men chew in pan, they chew like this, and their mouth full, right? That's tobacco pan, no? And they'll be like, and they eat like this. So, and the mouth full with the pan, right? So what happened? The pan gives a red discharge because of what it's made with. It gives a red discharge on the lips. And what happened? When the British saw this, it looked beautiful on our girl children. It looked beautiful on our girl children, but the British, they were not into chewing that stuff. So they created this thing called lipstick. Lipstick is origin from India, all right, because of pan. Can you tell me where, the eye pencil came from? Can you tell me where the eye pencil came from? We have to wear goggles and go in places and do certain work with machine and so on. Now them ladies take a pencil and a joke them eye. Me can't understand that. Right? Let me have a little fun now. So me can understand when me see, mistress get the, the pencil and a juke. I'm like, oh my God, that thing is dangerous. We're not supposed to put that stuff close to our eyes yet. Me never understand that. So where did eye pencil come from? Y'all get it right. Very good. Very good. Now let me ask you a question too. Why do people put kajal? If it come from kajal, eye pencil did come from kajal. Kajal means black partner or black substance. Now why did they put on black substance on the eye? Because our Hindu tradition, the color black, right, is a resistance. So what they did, they put on the kajal on the eyes like this, so that their eyes will not give najar on anyone or anything around them. For example, if I'm going to eat my food, and you know how I like my bhojan, and things like that, I don't want anybody to look at my bhojan and give me bad eyes. So I go home and my mama who watch me eat and whatever. So what happened? And if you have, you're beautiful, you're good looking, whatever, like all of you are, people put on kajal so that their eyes, their najar, or the negative energies, or drishti as we call it, will not fall upon people. For bad eye, bad eye, bad eye, bad eye, bad eye, evil eye. Oh God, I know store name evil eye in Amsterdam. Bad eye, evil eye, najar. The thing named bad eye, right? Najar means bad eye. So they put on this thing on their eyes, men and women put it on their eyes so that no bad eye could go on to anybody else. So the West saw this and it looked nice. So instead of doing the kajal, they sold us eye pencil. And I don't even know how you gotta be so skillful, man, to take that thing and put it on and just I'm gonna stick to what I do. Because anyways, yeah, it came from our traditions. Eye pencil came from our tradition. Lipstick came from our tradition as well, my friends. Where did earring come from? हाँ? कान्हा मेरी लत सुलझाई देती, मेरे हाथों में मेहंदी लगी है. Oh, where did nail polish come from? Where did nail polish come from? कान्हा मेरी लत सुलझाई देती, मेरे हाथों में मेहंदी लगी है. When our Indian tradition promote mehendi, not just coloring the tips, but coloring the whole hand. Mehendi is done to color the whole hand, to let your hands reflect beauty, not only in the looks, but in the actions as well. In the actions as well. So what happened? When mehendi is applied on the hand, my friends, the mehendi is dried out, the tips of the fingernail are left colored. Are bhai, yeah, the West see this is a great idea. We're going to sell this to the East and make money out of them. That is how this came about. Paao mere pairo mein payal. Well, all of us know payal, anklets came from Hinduism as well. You know when you put on the anklets on your foot, that is a decoration today. This came from Bhagwan Krishna time and Bhagwan Ram time. In India, when the mom want to know where the baby is, they put on an anklet on the foot. So when the baby creep, they make noise. Oh, I know he's in the kitchen or outside or wherever it is. Anklets, Hinduism. Paao meri pairo mein payal, aur laga de meri aankhon ka kajal, kaanon mein kundal. The earrings came from Hinduism as well through Karnaveda Sanskar. You know, boys wear earring and girls wear earring too. But boys, hold on for a second. Don't go about your ears for fashion. It is called Karnaveda Sanskar. Karnaveda Sanskar. You pierce the ears and you put the earring inside so that the ears may be open to listen to the Vedas. Now the thing is worn for a style today. I don't condemn it and I don't condone it as well. It is what it is. I don't want to get around with people. But it is not wear for a fashion. It is worn as a sanskar. No? Earrings came from Hinduism as well, called Karnaveda Sanskar. Nail polish came, foot polish came, anklet came, kajal came, lipstick came. Are bhai, we have given business to this world. And today the West is giving us back all this thing, packaging it and giving us all back. Today, my friends, more West are doing yoga more than the East are doing yoga. If you start yoga thing in the Monday, nobody come. Because I teach yoga. But when the West come and put on an accent and says, this is yoga, everybody buys it. So the West has repackaged everything for us nicely, and we are making the West wealthy with our own traditions. With our own traditions. So, for the lips, the brand name stuff to use for the lips is called truth. Only let truth come out of those lips. What do you use for the voice, my friends? Or what do you use the voice for? Let your voice be used for prayers. What do you put in your eyes? The expensive thing, the mascara and whatever it is. Let the eyes look at others to appreciate the beauty of their life. Let the eyes be used to appreciate the beauty in people's lives, not the thorns, the beauty. What brand name stuff do you do with your hand? What do you rub in your hands, the brand name stuff? Don't tell me. Your hands, the most brand name product you can use the hands for is to use it in charity to others. In charity to others. For the heart, use it to give love to the world. And the face, what brand name products you put on the face? A smile. Use the face, my friends, the brand name product as a smile. And with this, my friends, we will be using all the brand name products in life. I do hope you enjoyed tonight. It's a lot of gaffing, a lot of talking, but this is what comes out of talking, teachings. And I hope you enjoy our discussion tonight, and you'll continue to learn as we go by. Let us, friends, do our final Hanumanji Chalisa, which will be done by the children. I would like all of you to sing. It is a beautiful Thursday night. We're all happy. We've learned something. And let us now continue to grow. Children, always remember, 2, say your prayers before you go to bed. Brush teeth first, say your prayers. When you wake up in the morning, say, take your bath and everything, do your prayers. Parents, keep loving your children. Feed them love all the time and use these brand name products that I've talked about. Shri Guru Charan Saroj Raj Nij Man Mukur Sudhar Varno Raghubar Bimal Jasu Jodayak Phalchar बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरो पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहो मुनि हरहु कलेश विकार जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर
जय कपीश तिनु लोक उजागर रामदूत तुलित बलधाम अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन वरण विराज सुवेश कानन कुंडल कुंचित केश हाथ भद्र ध्वजा विराजे कान्हे मूज जनेऊ साजे शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर प्रभु चरित सुनिबे को रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा विगत रूप धरि रंग जरावा भीम रूप धरि असुर संहार रामचंद्र के काज सवार लाए सजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुवीर हर्ष उर लाए रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई तुम मम पिया भरत संभाय सहस बदन तुम्हरो यश गावे अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीस नारद सारद सहित अहिस यम कुबेर दिगपाल जहात कवि कोविद कह सके कहाते तुम उपकार सुग्रीव की राम मिलाए राजपद दियो तुमरो मंत्र विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जान युग सहस्र योजन पर भान लीला ताहि मधुर पद जान प्रभु मुद्रिका विनिमुख माहि चल दीवांग के अजर जुनाहि दुर्गम काज जगत के जेत सुगम अनुग्रह तुमरे तेते राम द्वारे तुम रखवारे होत न आज्ञा बिन पैसार सब सकल है तुम्हारी शरण तुम रक्षक काहू को डर आपन तेज संहारो आपे तीनों लोक हाथते कापे भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे महावीर जब नाम सुनावे नासे रोग हरे सब पीर जगत निरंतर हनुमत बीरा संकट से हनुमान छुड़ावे मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लागे सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा और मनोरथ जो कोई लाभ तासु अमित जीवन फल पावे चारों युग परताप तुम्हारा है प्रसिद्धि जगत उजियार साधु संत के तुम रखवारे असुर निकंदन राम दुआरे अष्ट सिद्धि नव निधि के दाता असवर दीन जानकी मात राम रसायन तुमरे पास सदा रहो रघुपति के दास तुमरे भजन राम को भावे जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे अंत काल रघुवर जाए जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाय और देवता चित्तन धरहि हनुमत से सर्व सुख करी संकट कटे मिटे सब पीर जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलबीरा जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई कृपा करो गुरुदेव की नारी जो शत बार पाठ कर कोई जो तहि बंदी महासुख होय जो यह पर हनुमान चालीसा होय सिद्धि साकी गौरी सा तुलसीदास सदा हरि जय की जय नाथ हृदय महादेव की जय नाथ हृदय महादेव की जय नाथ हृदय महादेव
पवन तनय संकट हरण मंगल मूर्ति रूप राम लखन सीता सहित हृदय में बसहूँ सुर भूप बोले पवन सुत हनुमान की जय सियावज रामचंद्र की जय. Our sincere thanks this evening go out to our sister Mohini Mohammed from our temple. She's a devotee of our temple, and tonight she just wished to give thanks to Bhagwan Narayan for the blessings of life. God bless you as well, Mohini ji, and your family, and for always thinking of us. And also tonight it's dedicated to all mothers on behalf of Sis and Dhanraji from Tampa, especially Didi Gomati, their mother, and also to Dhanraji's mom who passed away over 19 years ago, close to 20 years now, her mother Sita Bisnath. We dedicate the satsang and these prayers in her name as well. May you all stay blessed, and in the name of Bhagwan, may you always stay blissful as well. Let us do our prayers, friends, as we bring our satsang to closer, and we'll say Sitaram to everybody. Om Shantakaram Bhujagshainam Padmanabham Suresham Vishwadharam Gagansadrisham Meghavarnam Shubhangam Lakshmikantam Kamalnayanam Yogi Virdhyanagamyam Bande Vishnum Bhavabhayharam Sarvalokaikanatha Asatoma Satgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. प्रेम से बोलो भवानी शंकर भगवान की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, सिया भज रामचंद्र की जय, राधा कृष्ण भगवान की जय, गणपति भगवान की जय, जगदम्बिका माता की जय, सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय, सबको जय जय सीताराम. Sitaram everyone, Jai Shri Krishna, and we will of course hop online and say Sitaram to everyone, or Jai Shri Krishna, Om Namo Narayanaya, to everybody online. Wishing you all the best, joining from so many parts of the world. God bless all of you for your time today. So, there we go. Rashpati Mangra, Dolly Singh, Antalila, Saburam Narayan, Vishnu Prasad, Hemati, Sati Chetran, Nandini Janki, Vidya Basiram, Pratibha Sati Patel, Dolly Singh, Shirley Prasad, Bhajiraj and Devian family, Manraj Indira Dhanraj, Oma Bhagwandin, Asha, Ramo Bhagwabin Charan, Kavita, Vidya, Indira Marks, Shani Prasad, Auntie Usha there, Uncle Dalip ji, Ani Ravi and family, Anita Parshram and all the Parshrams there, Bibi Lima Yusuf, Darshini Prasad family, Minto and Dada, Sunita and family, Subnat, Devika Prasad Nasir, Gomati Narayan, Baji Dev Sabita and family, Indra Marks, Sitawati Jagdev from Markham, India Prasad, Rich and family, Rich Ramnath, Kemo Singh. Oh, I want to wish happy birthday to my cousin today, cousin Monica, celebrating her birthday. God bless you. I saw your beautiful picture on online. Sister Leela posted it up. Rona Devram, Shiv Gosai, Didi Chandra, Kavita Khan, Davin Singh, Sarah Singh, Camila Sukwa, Davin Singh, Prampasan, Ravi Jagdeo, Sunny and Basanti Manbodan family, Tina Prasad, Lavin Hardyal, Savi Rohini Kilavan, Savita Hardwar, Didi Shanti from Guyana, Patidru Narayan, Sati Samwaru, Lizzie Singh, Babita Bodwa, Kumari Singh, Jasmine Sri Kisun, Pamela Imrit from Montreal, Lili Ram, Jashoda Dhanraj, Jai Sitaram everyone, Shanta Jai Ram. Hope all of you have a blessed night, and stay well. God bless all of you. I'll see all of you tomorrow evening for Shanti Satsangh promptly at 7 p.m. Jai Sitaram everyone, stay blessed.